Hi everyone, welcome. This is our original painting and we'll colour this in this morning. So as we go along I'll try and show you the colours I'm using. Now this paint box I use is this is a Holbein 500. Originally there's a thumb hole here. Now I've blocked that thumb hole up. I've cut a piece of white plastic, popped it on top, stuck it on top so that I can have more of these wells. I like plenty of wells. Now if I was to use this going to a group, I wouldn't put any of these colours in here. I'd spread them out one each over the other side, because naturally you want to be able to close it, don't you, if you're going to a group when you're carrying this in your case or anything. So naturally do that. Now the colours here are umber, this is light red, this is Indian red, this is cad red, this is either crimson, and this is cerulean, this is cobalt blue, and this is ultramarine, and this is Payne's grey here, these. This is raw umber, cad yellow, raw sienna, 2 raw siennas, burnt sienna, this is Windsor yellow deep, this is another, I can't remember that colour, and this is another light blue, cerulean type blue. These are 2 ultramarines and 1 Windsor. 1 Windsor and 2 ultramarines, and those are your colours. Now we'll start with the sky, and I'll just wet some patches in like this. Just wetting this in patches. I hope everyone's alright. It's a terrible day today. You might hear it's been raining very hard and noisy. So for this, what I'm going to do, I'll mix a little bit of burnt umber and a little bit of ultramarine blue together. What you'll get is a grey if you're careful. Mix it careful. You'll get a grey colour, a blue, ultramarine, and it's a light grey cloud, see. There we are, some light grey clouds coming over. You might just add in a little bit more strength as you go along to your blue and your brown. You can add a bit more dark to it here and there, like that, to your cloud. Now the next thing you need to do is dry your brush off a little bit and pick up your blue again, your ultramarine blue. Just put your blue patches here, leaving of course the edge white, say, for the cloud there. So these are the blue, because the cloud here is a dark cloud with white edges. So there you see, you're doing that round there and leaving your dark clouds but with white edges, like that. And now if you like, you can mix a little bit of light red. Now it's a bit difficult, isn't it? A little bit of light red with it, and just a minute, just a little bit of light red, but very light, and just bring it here, this area just here, but keep it light because it's going down towards the horizon line here, and there you are. Now I'll dry my brush out and just take any bits out that I might think might cause it to run and make a cauliflower. But meanwhile, this is the dry brush here. It's a size 8. It's a sable brush, but any brush. You don't need to be too particular as long as you do the job right as regards painting. So I'll just wash that out because it's still got painting from last time. And now, what about now a bit of cobalt, because cobalt being a lighter blue, you can use this in this area because it's a lighter blue. Can you see cobalt? So if you have it even a little bit stronger, it won't, can you see, it won't do any harm, see? This light blue, and it'll force some, can you see how it's like making the clouds stand out and forcing them away from you? Forcing them away from the blue. See what I mean? By putting the blue just here. At the right stage of dryness it is. Be careful of the stage of dryness you're going to use. Now, just to put a little bit of alter in the places here. Bring that into here. The old tiny bit here and there, through the peeping through that big cloud what's coming over. And there we are. And that's your sky put on. You can add little bits of dark here and there in there if you like, but at this stage we're not going to rush at it. But you could add just a bit of dark under your clouds. I don't know if it's still wet enough. Maybe a little bit, see, like that. Alright, you have to be careful, I should have done this a bit earlier. Can you see what it does? It just, you get that dark, don't you, underneath a cloud. Okay, we'll leave it at that for a minute. Now then, the blue, we might as well put some blue into the water. So we'll have cobalt. Now let's see, they always say the water a little bit deeper, don't they? I don't know, we'll see. But what I've done, I've just put a few little tiny bits of to avoid where we might be putting a bit of reflections. I just won't go too heavy on that part though, where reflections are coming. Just touch it here. There. It's okay there. And then there's a little bit of darkness in the sky here. Isn't there, as you come across there, it's reflecting from the cloud above. There, like that. We must have just a trace of blue here and there, even in the reflections. So there we are. Now if we have a light coming from that side, we're going to leave that gable end very light. If you take a little touch of raw sienna and you add a little bit of cobalt to it, you'll have a little bit of raw. Okay, so let's just see. We just put this on. I was just I think I just heard the phone go. But we'll leave it at that. Now this it has a slate roof there, so I'm going to mix a little blue. I'm going to just put a little bit of, especially this light part, just a little bit of slate colour. And the same in here. If you wanted to do a snow scene, you'd be leaving these roofs here, etc., wouldn't you? Now this is these are warm brick, but these are stone, so this will be warm brick. So we'll just get some light red and a bit of cobalt, mixed cobalt with it, and just have this. Let's just see how light it is. We want to, yeah, keep it light like that. This is your warm brick colour set for now, but obviously I can just put little bits of other colour to give it a bit of character into this as I paint it. You with me? This colour, which a lot of painters do it, don't they? But sometimes when I'm trying to keep it nice and easy for you, I don't do that. But this is the idea, is to put a bit of blue in here and there. Are you with me? Just gives it that character, darken that in. Like that. Perhaps a little bit of raw sienna. Hey? See? As well. Like that. And the same on these houses here. But we'll add a little bit of Indian red to that, because we want it just a little bit different than that one. So we just add a little bit of Indian red to it. That's a little bit of Indian red to a little bit of light red and blue mix. That's light red and blue mix. Now put some of the dark into it here. Give it a bit of colouring into it. It looks a bit dead if you have all one colour. So let's say just add a little bit of colour. Like that. Okay, now we'll just darken that a little bit with a bit more blue. And a little bit more Indian red. There we are. Like that. No, then. Now this red roof we have to be careful with, because we don't want it too dark of a red, too brilliant a red, so we'll darken it down, keeping it into a red cast. Put a little bit of yellow and a little bit of cad red together there. Or a little bit of crimson's nice with it. And we'll just see what to come up with. Maybe it's a little bit too bright, see? Now, just put a little bit of raw umber with it. Don't want it too vicious, this red. And just do the chimney as well. But it will be, if you're not careful with the reds, you'll just have it too vicious, won't you? It'll be too much kind of thing. Now we'll introduce something like this colour on there. So I'm doing the light side first here. On this one. And here. Of course you can go over it at all and then, and there's this colour, and then afterwards add a little bit of dark to it, you know what I mean. But we'll leave it just at that, and of course now we're looking at that St Thomas's Church in the distance there, my old church. So I'll just pop some blue on that, a bit more stronger. And a little bit of, maybe to get it on a darker cast, burnt sienna with it. Burnt sienna with the cobalt, get it to that colour. And we'll leave it like that. Now this is in shadow here, and this is stone colour, so if you get a bit of I'm not sure about whether this will work. Get stone. Now this is light. See, that's light red there, and this is blue. Can you see how it's coming to a stone colour there? Beautiful colour. Look, watch. Can you see that grey there? And this is here. This is a stone colour, but it's a little bit on it. You'll not quite get it right first time, but there you are. Of course, we'll just might as well use that while there. There's your stone colour, and there's a stone wall at back there. There. Now this pathway coming round will have. I tell you what, for that, get some raw umber. Yeah, raw umber this time, and a little bit of cobalt. And this is raw. Wait a minute, I know I'll show you. Easy for you. But look, that's raw umber there, see? See, that's raw umber, that's cobalt, look. Watch it going to dark brown. See, lovely dark brown path colour. Okay. Just a second. Right. There we are, back again. So I said this path here. I thought it would be probably. You don't need to bother about how light or dark it is. Of course, the light's hitting it, and it will come round this area here, round here, and it'll get a bit dark as it comes towards you. So we're bringing it darker here. Can you see just a touch here as it's coming towards you here, the path. Come round there. It's behind that wall there because that wall's near to you, so you're covering the back part which goes round there. So the umber, that's the raw umber, that's the lighter of the umbers, you know, of the burnt umber. And it's giving you this nice brown here. Brown is a colour, if you use it right, it's nice, isn't it, colour brown? Just have there. So for the earth colours, you know, it's not too bad. Now this here, this little bridge, it's green. So I'm going to, I don't want it too blazing green, too bright. But alright, so we'll take a little bit of cobalt, cad yellow, sorry, and a little bit of cobalt blue together. And that gives you that bright green there, see that. Now you don't want a bright green, so go and get you a bit of your umber here, there, and just put it in it. Can you see it's taking it to a lovely dark natural green? And that's the one you're looking for. So that natural green, there, this is here. Actually, maybe it's painted in a bright green, but in your eye you'll see it like this. There's a patch of grass coming around here as well, like that. Now, just at the back, this is ivy. Now I think ivy's a little bit darker, so we'll just darken that with a bit of blue, what we just used. Now this is an ivy green, all over these walls, which is it looks very attractive on these canal cottages. This ivy green, doesn't it? There's a white board there and there, so I'm just leaving it there. Can you just see there? Okay, now it'll be if this is a reflection, they reckon it's neutral, isn't it? A reflection, more neutral. So it's about here. Now, just pop that to blur this off a bit. Got a little bit of red there, blurring that off a bit, and that blue. And this is a dark as you go under the tunnel, it's pretty dark. As you go under the bridge, sorry, the horses come down here, over there, under the bridge, and the rope, the carriage of the rope, the barge man carries it round and follows the horse round. So here a bit of blue and a little bit of burnt umber, pretty strongish, it'll give you a dark. This is a white patch they paint on it. It was to help the horses going round not collide with the side of that bridge. So there we are. This is like a white. They paint it white. There we are. Now, where are we up to now? Oh, we'll do this dark patch of wall and that. There. So this is a light colour as well. It's a dirty black concrete cemented finish. So we'll keep it to that. So it's a bluey cast, dirty cement colour. A very dirty cement colour. Let's see if we can just get it with this. There, that's a dirty cement colour. And there's a white window. Now this, the door here which came out into the yard kind of thing, that they used to do that in green. A green, painted green door here. This was a green door, like that. Now this is in shadow, so we'll have the bit of the red, the bit of the blue, and we'll see if we can get this into a darker, bit more blue in it. That's that. There. And this top coping stone on the top would be a little bit of crimson and blue. So it's like that colour. So that this one colour. Like that. And we'll just put a couple of headstones in, eh? Bit of dark here. Just get some dark now, and we'll do the dark side of that factory, the Trencherfield mill. See if this colour's, no, not dark enough. Bit of Indian red, bit of cobalt. And let's just see if this is a bit dark. That'll do it. Naturally you'll have a bit of a shadow on there, won't you? So we'll just leave that there. And this here. Like so. like that. Just a little bit of yellow in that. And a little bit of dark in that top part, roof part of that factory. This was a different colour. It was slated, like that. And that's up to there, okay? So while we've got that, we'll see if we put a little bit of a shadow on this old church. And just here where the water comes up. And a little bit of colour in it. There. Like that. So that's about up to there for now. This needs a little bit in it. That's it, there. Right, now then, over to that side. Now this is, what have I done there? I caught this is stone, brickwork, I'm sorry. So it's a little bit of light red and blue for your brick, forget your colour. This is your brickwork here. And under here, and a little bit of darkness under there, shadow here. Now this here was wood, so that's that colour in it. We want that raw umber for your wood and your cobalt. Nice and easy that one, isn't it? And that's your wooden, little bit red in it, to make it a bit more wooden. That's your wood. And glass there, in between. This is wood, coming down to here. And all that is glass window, so they can see. It's light when they drop in the cotton or whatever onto the boats or bringing it off the boats. So that should be like that. Now the boats were like tar, they were very dark, so that would be umber and a bit of cobalt would give you the darkness. These were very dark, these boats. Apart from the back living quarter, that was usually a nice bright colour of green and a red, a nice red chimney pot, because they lived in the back in a little cabin. there just at the back, but of course it was black at the top there. There was a... Oh, that's it. Just put a bit of dark. I think it's starting raining now. Bit of dark under here. Now we had a few. Now this is a bit of greenery here, where the, and these are a few railings, and those are trees at the background. So we'll get some cad yellow, bit of ultramarine, and that'll do for those dark trees there. Add a little bit of burnt sienna in it, give it a little bit of character, like that. I hope I'm not hiding it too much for you. Ah, there was the trees. Now there was some lighter grass here. And here. These were the green doors, painted green. And there was a couple of windows which I've missed out, but we'll not be too bothered about those. And then this was me, what was it? Like a tarmac kind of a, what would they call it when they used to roofs in that tar stuff. And that was that. There we are. Oh, it's coming to now, isn't it, really? Eh? Not too bad. We'll get in there. Shall I take that little bit of red out there? If I can. That splash. No, can't. Never mind, it doesn't matter. Little bit of just a few bits of colour in here. A brick, eh? A little bit of blue there, not much. Oh, that'll be okay, that, eh? Now, if you want to start putting a bit of lime work in, you can do. It's purely up to you. So we'll start off with some green, eh? If you just put some cad yellow and ultramarine, this is the green you get. Oh, it's too small, like a big brush. Put a bit of yellow in it. Let's get it darker. Oh, it is. Yeah. Bit of dark here. Right, that's it for now. Just put a few lines in, eh? Must see if we're still running. There you are. I managed to get through that one. Could spend a lot more time on it, couldn't you? And you can do that. Whatever that about half an hour, just about half an hour. Well, that's the one I intended you to have, and I'm sure you can see with the palette there, the Albion palette. I usually give it a coat of paint, which probably that has had. Now when that's gone, I'll go back to I have got a palette, a brass one actually, and I will probably use that. That's the second Albion, the third one I've had. They last about a year and a half, but they do tend to rust. But you don't realise it, it rusts under the paint. Right. There you are, a little bit of happy painting this morning. This won't be taken off. I think I've been a bit more thorough going through it. The weather's kept off rain. Okay, so just spitting rain, that's all. Thanks for being in with us today. I would always say see you next week, but there's no point, you're all here with me. So no need to travel far to get to the group. You're with us. Thanks for coming. Comments are welcome. If I can be of any assistance, just ask. Bye bye. Take care. All the best.